Hello, welcome back to day 19 of my solves of the Exit the Game Advent Calendar, which remains just as much fun as ever. So I'm going to jump into the story, which is what I do each day, and I casually discard the help and hint book, which I have only needed on, I think, one occasion so far. But, you know, we'll see what happens today. So let's find today, the 19th of December. Let's tear that out. And it's quite a short story, so I think I might do something I haven't done before, which is actually read the whole thing out, because, you know, I figured no one wants to listen to me reading a long story. But it says, the closet, which is what you went into yesterday. When you solved yesterday's room, you went into a closet. Made sense yesterday, I promise. The closet is probably something of a magical passageway, at least. It looks much bigger on the inside. This is one really impressive walk-in wardrobe. You look through the compartments of clothes and accessories with interest. Very few seem appropriate for everyday life. Okay, some of it could be worn by a massive hermit in the high mountains. Gigantic snow goggles, snowshoes, hiking boots, backpacks, ... turnover. But most of it reminds you of a fancy dress shop. Is the owner a confessed carnivalist? There are numerous full-body costumes. A superhero costume, a pink rabbit suit, a diving outfit. In between, there is a hula grass skirt. You were right about your assumption of your captor's height. The clothes here could fit a half-giant. In the corner of the room is a sewing machine with a swatch of fabric ready to sew, and there, next to it, is a lint brush bristling with white hair. Here, you finally find a clue. By the way, white hair, is it meant to be Father Christmas's lair or something? Apparently you were supposed to help your host sew. Probably best to start by cutting out the red fabric. You see red fabric, white hair? I don't know, maybe that's the conclusion of the story. Somehow I don't think so, but there we go. Right, so we have, this is beneath the story, just to be clear. There is a square of red paper, which presumably is going to be folded or possibly cut along these black lines. Yeah, I'd say folded. Because, oh, it could be slit. Because there are these dashed lines where they want them to cut. And look here, dashed around here, but not across the top. Curious. And dashed here, but not around the top. And there are no more dashes on that side. The other side, yeah, is white like snow and has baubles on it and no cut marks, but it has two more of these lines. And the baubles, are they all in pairs? No, not all of them. That's obviously not paired with anything. I'm not even sure that's the same as that. Well, it might be, but one's glistening and one isn't. In fact, those aren't really the same either. Okay, hopefully it all will make sense when I open the room. Does it say behind it, inside the room, you'll find one riddle card. Riddle card S. So here we go. Let's grab the calendar and find our room for day 19. Now, we would have written it on yesterday. Here it is, 19. Right, let's open it. Ooh, there's the cabinet. Inside of the cabinet, here's riddle card S. Let's see what it has to say for itself. Right, oh, look. Okay, so these are folds. So this is why the baubles look slightly different. I'm guessing we're folding across. So where is the... It's underneath, isn't it? So I'm guessing this bauble, you can't see, this bauble folds to this bauble maybe. This bauble's on the other side too. So that sparkly red one presumably goes to here one way or another. We'll come back to that. So there's a whole series of, I'm going to say folds. So I imagine I start by cutting out the overall thing. Probably best to start by cutting out the red fabric. And we're supposed to sew. What does it mean by sew? Does it mean literally get a piece of thread and sew from one bauble to the other and tie them together? No, that's not realistic, is it? And is there any thread in the room? No. So I don't think that's it. It probably means fold together as if they've been stitched together. So it looks like, my goodness, there's a lot of folds, and then we cut along the dashed lines once it's been folded, and then it says from large to small, and there are no numbers on here. So is it going to make the shape of 3 numbers once it's unfolded? That seems quite complex. I find that unlikely, but it's not impossible. I mean, if there were ones or something, it might be possible. I guess we're just going to have to give it a go and find out, aren't we? Exciting. Let's have a look in the room. Maybe, just maybe, that will help us a bit. So in the room itself, we have a big bunny head. And at the back, what is that at the back? Let's fold this tab out of the way. A diving suit. Wow. And on the right-hand side, a superhero costume with a Y on it, or possibly a Greek letter. With goggles. Okay, I'll give up on my Father Christmas references. And a set of nice knitwear. And then on the other side, what have we got? Oh! Is that a Father Christmas beard? Maybe he likes to dress up as Father Christmas. I don't think Father Christmas is sadistic enough to lock you inside an exit room for 24 days, is he? I mean, you never know. I'm not an expert. But, you know, you'd guess he'd have a bit of a worse PR situation if that was the case. Look, they are stitched in something in red. Like, that's probably just the red cape we've got. A candle. A pincushion with pins in. A plain roof. And a plain floor. Right, so I don't think there's anything physically drawn in that room that we're going to need for this puzzle. My feeling is that everything is going to happen, all the magic is going to happen, at least that's the idea, with just this bit of paper. So I guess I start by cutting this square out, so I'm going to do that now. I mean, I was going to say how hard can it be to cut a square out? Well, that dashed line extends past the edge here. Is that for any particular reason? It doesn't do it on the back. It does show scissors here. Interestingly, it shows scissors on one side, not the other. I suppose it doesn't really matter. The effect will be the same. Anyway, clearly it wants me to cut out the red bit first, so I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to cut around the outside. I am not going to try and cut out where it gives dash lines for the cookie here and the candy cane here, because I don't think I can do that neatly enough. I mean, perhaps I could have if I really wanted to. So where are we? Let's have a look. So we've got, can I zoom in maybe? Yeah. No, it's perhaps a bit close. That should be fine. We've got red shiny bauble here to red non-shiny bauble. Am I folding them onto each other? Like that? I feel that probably I should fold to the line. Maybe that's what the lines are for. Folding to the line seems sensible, doesn't it? Yeah, because otherwise when I cut it, it's going to be very undefined what the result is going to be. Otherwise, yeah, because if I fold it randomly, that must be the first move. Okay, now what's the next? It is light blue shiny to light blue non-shiny. So that's okay. That's the same fold in reverse. I feel like I'm doing origami again. I might zoom out. I might turn off the shiny light as well. Okay, and look, I'm completing these baubles quite nicely here as well. Okay. Right. Ah, it's fun. And now I'm folding the light green shiny onto the other green. So that's just this to the top, isn't it? Because if I put these together like that, that must be like that. Now you see, if origami sets came with baubles printed on the sheets, I was going to say it'd be easier, but to be honest, if you've ever done origami, it's when you suddenly have to inflate something or do some strange, weird part of fold that it gets confusing. It's not usually just understanding the basic folds. Shiny white onto non-shiny white. There must be another side then. Here. I'm going to be folding like that by the look of it. Am I folding to this line here? Or this line here? I don't know. I can't be folding like that, can I? Because then my shiny white sticks out the top. So my shiny white must be, it's right at the edge of the tip. So I'm guessing I will literally just fold it until I have barely covered the tip of it, like that. Does that correspond with any of these lines? Is it correspond? Let's make it correspond with this line here, perhaps. I think it corresponds closely enough with that line there. Look, it does. I can see it peeking out here. I think it corresponds with that line there. And look, this line now goes across if I do that right. So that must be what they intend. Maybe a little bit higher, but I'm sure the odd millimetre or so has relatively little effect. Stripy green and yellow to just stripy green and yellow that isn't shiny. Okay, so I'm folding over here. Oop. Wow, this is some sort of Christmas decoration, isn't it? Or Christmas creature. There. Now the purple. Look at that. And now the purples must be on the other side, so I'm going to do the same fold twice, once and then again in symmetry. I'm just folding across the crease, aren't I? Yep. And across here. And this must be where the other cutting comes in now. So I've applied all the creases. That was the purple number 6 and yellow number 7. There's a little hat. Oh, well, it's not really, unless you've got one no dimension at all for the depth of your head. Right. So it wants me to cut here. It wants me to cut around here, which I cannot do with these scissors. Look at the size of that. And I want you to cut around here. So I'm going to have to grab the scissors on my penknife, I think. Am I cutting this out? I must be. And that'll cut it out in the back as well. Okay, fine. So I'm cutting this bit out. Right, so that's cut out there, and I've got to cut out around the candy cane here. Right, cut out the candy cane. Oh, look how neat that is. If there was an award for cutting out, then, you know, I'd probably not even qualify. And then by here, do I cut all the way across? No, just part of the way across. I can see this going hideously wrong. Get a bit cut happy. Okay, so there. How many of my scissors also cut off a slice? Okay, so I've done that. My slightly massacred origami now. I'm going to zoom out and we're going to unfold like it says and see what we get. I'm looking forward to finding out myself. There's a 3 here. I don't know what's going on here. We'll look at that in a second. It could be an 8, couldn't it? Is it 308? What was the point of this cut here? We'll ignore that because I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be 308. There's one way to find out for sure. That's to look on the calendar. Okay, let's see if that's correct. So I think it's 308. 308. And the code is... oh no, that can't be right because look, up, right, down, left are going to end up where we started. What did I... oh. It said in the card about ordering them, didn't it? Where have I put the card? It's under the box. It said from large to small, so 830 is what I should have done. Okay, 830. I feel confident. What else could it possibly be? Okay, so did I move that? 830. Okay, I'm going to hold it so it can't come apart. 19 here, and we want to go. Maybe it's helpful to actually show you. 19 up left to here, and then down right. Is that right? Yeah, plus circle diamond. For some reason the reversal of the last 2 steps really confused me, but it still says 830, and here's where we ended up. So we have the same code, so that must be correct. We have plus circle diamond. So there is our door for day 20. So let's write that on, plus circle diamond 20. Great, well that was actually quite a lot of fun. I enjoyed that cutting out. I'll go off and do some origami now, but maybe you can join me again tomorrow. If so, if you'd like to join me tomorrow, and here is my channel you can subscribe to, makes it easier to find the videos, and here is a playlist of my other solves for this calendar and the other 2 puzzle-based advent calendars I'm solving every day. So I hope to see you again tomorrow, and for now, thank you and bye.